Hello, so excited to talk to you today. My name is Jeremiah with jeremiahvega.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to generate leads using LinkedIn Sales Navigator, specifically for people who are loan brokers who are looking for businesses that need funding. All right, so we're going to make it special for you today. This is, like I said before, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is the paid version of LinkedIn. It's $80 a month, or you can try it for free for 30 days. It is highly recommended if you are looking to generate leads on a consistent basis to get in front of the prospects who need funding. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to log into the regular LinkedIn part. So this is just the regular LinkedIn that everybody sees. And you want to get the Sales Navigator, okay? You're going to get the Sales Navigator, whether it's the free version, the free trial version, or the paid version. And you are going to see that at the top on the right-hand corner, it's going to say Sales Nav once you have the Sales Navigator. After that, you're going to obviously click on that. Once you click on that, this is going to take you to the LinkedIn Sales Navigation page, and you're going to see a search bar towards the middle, and that search bar is going to read search by keywords or Boolean, and then you're going to go over to the right of that search bar and see advanced. After you do that, what we're going to do is we're going to click on search for leads. Once we click on search for leads, it's going to be a profile filter that's going to come up. This is where the magic happens, okay? Like I always say in previous videos, previous blogs, I say this to all my clients. If you are a loan broker, you definitely want to make sure that you narrow down who you want to target. And this doesn't even have to be for loan brokers. This can be for a B2B market. If you're in a B2B market, you always want to make sure that you narrow down who your target audience is. This profile filter is going to help you do that. So it lets you put in keywords. It lets you put in the geography, which is the location that you want to target. So you can target locally, which I like to do a lot of the times, or you can target in the area. So if you're in like me, if you're like me, you're in the Charlotte area, you can target like the areas surrounding Charlotte, like Atlanta or Raleigh or something like that. And you can target the industry. This is very important. As a loan broker, as someone who is looking for prospects that need funding, it is absolutely vital to make sure that you select what industry you want to target. Now, just because you target a specific industry doesn't mean you can't do business with anybody else outside of that industry. It's just recommended that you narrow down who you are going to target. For example, if you have a background in real estate investing, maybe you should target the real estate investing industry. So for the sake of this video, we're going to use real estate as an example. So I'm going to type in real estate. Sometimes it will come up, sometimes it won't. If I want to be very specific in a real estate industry, like real estate investors, for example. Real estate investors may not come up automatically, but I'm going to put it in anyway because I know there is a such thing as a real estate investor, and I know there's an industry for that. And there's also a position that a lot of people put, and you can do that in the title, which I'm going to go over in a brief second, in a brief moment. So let's just put in real estate investor just to see what comes up. And then we can also put in real estate. And then we can also put in commercial real estate. Next thing that I want to do is I want to obviously target the title, which is important for you. You need to understand the name of the positions of the people you want to target based on the industry. So if you are targeting, for example, digital marketing agencies or something like that, you need to know who the decision maker would be. So that can be like a director of marketing, that could be a director of whatever department, I'm not sure. You just make sure that you want to target the title correctly. All right. most of the time, if you are looking for funding, if you're looking to get funding for prospects, you can target the founder, the owner, the CEO, something like that. Someone who is high up that has a say so over the company. So let's target the founders. Let's target founders. Then we're going to target co-founders. Oops. Then we're going to target business owners. And then we're going to target independent business owners. We just want to target all of the people who are pretty much business owners, depending on what they have on their LinkedIn profile. We want to make sure that we just get all of those people who are essentially business owners. Okay. For some reason, I'm not spelling independent right. I'm not really a good speller. So let's put in independent. Okay, still not spelling it right. Excuse me. Independent business owner. And we're going to go ahead and just target CEO just for the fun of it. Okay, so now that we got that, we got the industry, we got the title so far. Let's look down and let's go to company headcount. This is the size of the companies that you want to target. I typically target small businesses between 1 to 10 and 200 to 500 personally. You can target whoever you want to target, okay? So you can, depending on what company size. So you can target 10,000, 5,000, and between 5,000 and 10,000, whatever the case may be, 1,000 to 5,000. What's the company size? How many employees do you want to target when it comes to these companies that you want to work with? Let's stick with it being small. Let's stick to the small companies. So I'm gonna choose between 11 and 50, 1 to 10, and let's go ahead and pick self-employed, just in case we want to get in contact with the solopreneurs, people who have little to no staff. I went ahead and just put self-employed there. So after that, we can select the geography, which is the location. Let's target Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's target Atlanta. Now, if you want to be extremely specific, where you want to you want to just target I just put that should pump. Hold on one second. Yeah, if you want to be really specific, which I highly recommend, the more specific you are, the better. You can put just one location. Okay, one location, especially if you are in if you're locally, and if you want to meet with those people, go ahead and start locally, and that way you can easily get your clientele up and get your business up, because you're able to build off the momentum, since it's convenient for you to go ahead and meet up with those people once you get them as a lead. And it's easier to build trust like that when you are able to meet with them face to face. So just keep that in mind. But if not, you can target people in different locations, anywhere, whether it's inside in the country, in the United States, or outside of the US. Alright, so I had Atlanta spelled wrong, so I'm going ahead and do that. So I'm just targeting Charlotte, North Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia. Alright, so if you want to go ahead and target other things as well, you can do that. So like, for example, you got the company type where you could target people. You can target certain kind of companies, like public companies, privately held companies, nonprofits, partnerships, educational institutions. You can be very specific. Okay, I love this portion. Now what we're going to do is we're going to basically look to see how many results are at the top. If there's not many results, I like to stay within, I think 10,000 to 30,000 results is a healthy number. Anytime you're doing something with like in the hundreds, you can still get results. It just means that it's not that big. So you may be too narrow, which isn't that bad. But it just kind of depends on what you want to pursue. Okay. I typically like to target search results that have anywhere between 10,000 and 30,000. And if it's too many, like a million, if it's like a million results, I like to narrow it down. So make sure that you try to get under a million and try to stay in the 70,000, between the 10,000 70,000 range. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and click search. As you can see right here, it has a list of all the people, all the potential people that we want to target based on what we put in the profile filter. But before we do that, I want to make sure that I save this search. So all of the information that I put in, I won't have to put in again. So let's click on save search. And then let's name this whatever we want. We're going to name this real estate. And we're going to name it real estate investors. Okay. One thing that I forgot to mention is that you can obviously target certain keywords as well when you go to the profile filter. So that can pick up your ideal client as well. But I forgot to do it, and I don't need to go back. I don't want to go back now. But just keep that in mind, that you can also go to the profile bullet, and you can go ahead and select the title. Actually, I'll just go ahead and put it up for you real quick. I go ahead and put it up. The keyword, I'm sorry, not the title, the keyword. You can go ahead and put in real estate investing. All right, real estate investor before you go ahead and continue. As you can see, I will have to put all this information again if I didn't save it. Once you save the result though, you can't modify it. You can't change it. So make sure that you do it right the first time. Otherwise, you'll just have to fill out that form again. So we're going to go back, and now as you can see right here, you got a list of all of the potential prospects based on what I put in. What I like to do is I like to get the people who are active on LinkedIn. So you can go ahead and scroll over to the right, and you can select posted on LinkedIn in the past 30 days. And that's going to narrow it down even more. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of results. So I only have 144 results based on what I put into the profile filter, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to essentially target those people and basically reach out to them. So I can, if someone responds, I can save them as a lead, and then I can go over to leads and look at all of the leads and follow up with them. And then what I can do is I can simply reach out to them, connect with them, send a personalized message, send an invitation to them. Pretty simple, okay? And then what I can do is I can continue to do that over and over. Oh, I didn't mean to save this as a lead. But what I can do is I can go ahead and do that over and over again and connect with my target audience. Once I connect with my target audience and they accept, everybody won't accept, keep that in mind. But once they do accept and I'm in their network, I can simply, I can message them. I can either save them as a lead, because they basically, you know, they're not necessarily a lead, but you can save them as a lead. That way you can filter out who your target audience is, because some people already have a bunch of people who are kind of like all over the place as far as your target audience, because you want to connect with your target audience, right? And some people already have a lot of connections in their network. So I like to filter mine out and save them as a lead. That way I know that is exactly who I want to target. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. And then you just simply go ahead and you just connect with those people, send them a connection request. And after they accept your connections, you'll get notified. You will get like a notification. in an email, you'll see all of these people that have that basically saying these people are now connections. Okay, you can also go over to the regular profile, rather the LinkedIn dashboard, the regular LinkedIn dashboard, and you can go ahead and you can see all of those pending invitations that you might have reached out to, and these are the most recently connected people. If you go to recently added, they'll be able to you'll be able to see all of the recently added connections, so you can tell who actually accepted your connection request. So this is pretty much the basics of the LinkedIn generation, lead generation, and it's power in numbers. Okay, so the more people you contact and you reach out to, the more likelihood of you closing on a deal. If you actually are very specific and you are reaching out to these clients or reaching out to these prospects in a way that's not spammy, and you ask a question in your scripts when you're sending messages, or if you're sending personal invitations, if you do it the right way, you're not come across as a very spammy person, you're going to get people that respond to you. You're going to get people that also are not going to be interested, and that's fine as well. But it's power in numbers. It's very effective, very easy to generate leads, because you continue to do it, you're going to get people to respond to you because you have already narrowed down who your target audience is. You know exactly who you want to help. Okay, you know exactly who you want to help, and you know that there's a need. Everybody needs funding, right? Well, not everybody, but a lot of people need funding. So you need to find out what are their pain points, and you basically reach out to them based around their pain points. So get familiar with whatever industry that you want to pursue, and then create your profile and word and create your mission statement based around your target audience, which is another thing that I want to go over with you. Make sure that you go over to your LinkedIn profile and you make sure that you word your profile in a way that is targeting a specific demographic. So if you're a loan broker, you can just say loan broker specialist for construction workers. We specialize in helping the construction industry with funding, etc., etc. Okay, that was just an example. That was terrible. Don't take that, but that's just an example. And you can basically create a banner that is talking to that specific audience as well. So just make sure that you are very specific. Okay, and you can elaborate in your bio right here about what you can do. So you can put like a headline on what you are, and then you can elaborate on that headline and ask a question, or something like that. Do you need funding? Are you in a construction industry and you need funding to build that project on whatever you want to say after that? And you can kind of elaborate on what you can do, and make sure you leave your company information or your contact information and stuff like that. And make sure your profile is optimized. Other than that, I hope that helps you. Hope that helps you get in front of those people. Now, here's the special gift that I want to offer you. All of this stuff that I just trained you with, that I just trained you on, I can actually do this for you. Okay, I can actually do this for you while I run what is referred to as a LinkedIn lead generation campaign. Okay, all you have to do is log on to jeremiahvega.com, click on LinkedIn lead generation, and then what's going to happen is you're going to be prompted to that page that goes over all of the pricing and services that we offer. By the way, we guarantee leads. It's right there. We guarantee leads, because what we're going to do is we're going to actually run that campaign until you have at least a minimum of 10 leads. As a loan broker, one lead, one deal, you can make a good amount of money off of, depending on the percentage of the loan that you're going to be getting. So just keep that in mind as well. Just one lead can set you over the top. So keep that in mind and get this service, because although you could do this yourself, depending on if you want to take the time out to actually learn this yourself, fine. But as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you want to scale up. Okay, you want to scale your business, and you want to put people in position to do these things for you, so you can focus working on your business instead of in your business. Okay, you should not be prospecting. Let me do that. Let JeremiahVega.com do that for you. You should be focusing on actually speaking to your leads. All right, so that goes over just a brief summary of how you can generate leads. Okay, that was only the basics. I got a lot more that I can talk about, but I don't want this video to be too long. Hopefully that helps you guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. JeremiahVega.com, and you can contact me on that website as well.